All right, on tonight's episode of Python Papi, we're back inside our artificial intelligence course, and we're still doing our neural networks module. Let's have a look at what we went over tonight. Now, last night, if you recall, we finally got our code to compile, and tonight we're going to pick up where we left off. We did do a lot of note taking tonight, but this is all new stuff since we moved on from compiling. But I'm not going to go over any of that tonight since we didn't get to go over any of the code that we compiled. So we're actually going to go back and revisit that, and we're going to go over that. So let me start compiling now while I start reading to you exactly what we have, and then we'll pick it up from there. So now that we've defined our model, we can model.fit and say, go ahead and train the model. Train it on all the training data plus all the training labels. So labels for each of those pieces of training data. And we're specifying that we want to train it for 20 epochs, meaning go through each of these training points 20 times. Go through the data 20 times and keep trying to update the weights. Now, if we did it more times, there's a chance we end up with an even more accurate model. So let me show you exactly where the epochs are. Or did I not get to that part yet? Oh, here it is right here. So you can see model.fit x training, y training, epochs equals 20. That means we want to run this training 20 times. And if we did it even more, we might end up with an even more accurate model. So it is compiling now. Let's take a look at what we have before I continue reading. So you can see here, this is our model in its training and this is compilation. So let me explain to you exactly what we have here. So as you can see, when we first start training, we have a 0.6% accuracy. And as you can see, as we go through each epoch or each training session, the accuracy increases slowly but surely. So you see we go from 6 to 7s to 8s, all the way to 9s. And then you can see after we have our 20th training epoch or 20th training session, we have this number here, accuracy 0.98. What's that? Let's actually go down and see if we can read that. All right, so after we fitted all the data, we'll go ahead and just test it. Ultimately, this is going to tell us how well we did in this particular case, and we evaluate how well the model performs. This is the code we use to evaluate the model, which we just did. Note, at the end of the training epochs, we also get back the accuracy of the testing data. This is the data we use to test our training data on. So remember, we are using the hold-out cross-validation method. That is when we split our data set up into training and testing sets. This is why we have testing data also. So this information here is all on our training data. This is the training data, and this is the actual testing data that we use to test our training data on. So this is performing accurately as well at a 0.98. So that's why we have two separate numbers. That's what this is about here. And again, so you can see here we went from a 0.59 accuracy, and after 20 tries, we got all the way up to a 0.8 accuracy. Now, just for an example, I'm going to go ahead and see what happens if I increase the epics right now and run it for you live. I haven't done this yet at all, so let's go ahead and do it together and see if that will actually get us to an 100% accuracy. I'm not sure it will. It may just get us to another high 8 situation, but let's see. So we're going to get in a save that, and then we're going to compile again. And again, we're well past this already. I just wanted to come back and actually explain it for you and let you know what we were going through since we had those hiccups the first 2 days and we didn't actually get a chance to dive into it. So that's why I'm doing it tonight. We did do a lot of note taking on new topics, which we're not going to dive into tonight. Maybe we'll get a chance to go over it tomorrow if we don't come across anything interesting tomorrow in tomorrow's session. So yeah, that's where we're at for tonight. So now we're just going to go ahead and wait for this to compile with our 30 epochs. So instead of training the model for 20 times, we're going to train it 30 times and see if we can get a higher accuracy than the 0.98 we had. So it's starting to compile now. Let me move it up so we can get a bigger picture of it. And we're starting at a 0.5 again. Let's see. Close. 0.99. That's close. So when we up the epics, when we up the training sessions, we got even closer than we did with the 20. So I'm assuming that the more epics we did, the closer and closer we get to that 100% accuracy. Maybe around 50 or maybe even 100, we can get a 100% accuracy. But we're not going to do all of that tonight. I just wanted to show you that the code is working and our accuracies do get better over time. And the more times we train or the more epics we use, the closer we get to a higher accuracy. So yeah, that's what we did. Well, that's not what we did for the night. That's what we did for the past few nights that we didn't get a chance to go over before. But of course, I will keep you guys posted every step of the way on what comes next. And for now, this is the Python Papi. You guys stay Gucci.